Hello, Geometry Geniuses. This is Miss Long, and I am coming at you with a question like number 14 on your Interim Assessment 1 in Geometry. I believe it's supposed to say something about a ladder's support bars form the legs of an isosceles triangle. Well, I know that isosceles triangle is going to be something important as we work here, so I'm just going to grab my pen and I'm going to kind of underline isosceles triangle because I think that's going to be important. The angle at the base is 70 degrees. Ooh, that sounds pretty important too. What is the measure of the angle at the top? All right, so here we have an isosceles triangle on the ladder, okay? But I went ahead and drew an isosceles triangle over here just to make it easier to look at. Now, I know that the definition of an isosceles triangle tells me that it has two congruent sides and two congruent angles. So I know that these angles have to measure the same thing. Now that's going to be important to us in this problem. It tells me that the angle at the base is 70 degrees. So this is 70 degrees. Well, if I know that that guy is 70 degrees, I know that this guy is also 70 degrees. Now, I can use the triangle sum theorem to figure out that all of the angles, all of the interior angles in this isosceles triangle should add up to 180 degrees. So if I say 70 degrees plus 70 degrees plus x, I'm going to call this one x because I don't know how many degrees that is, that the three of those should add up to 180 degrees. Now I'm going to have to stretch back to my algebra skills here. I'm going to combine my like terms. 70 and 70 is 140 plus x equals 180. And now I'm going to say, okay, I want to get x all by himself. I want to isolate my variable. So to do that, I have to undo anything I'm doing to it. Right now, I'm adding 140 to x. I want to undo that, so I'm going to subtract 140. And I know if I do that to one side, I have to do it to both sides of the equal sign to keep my equation balanced. If I have 140 and I subtract 140, I'm just left with x. And over here, 180 minus 140 gives me 40. So I know that this angle up here at the top has to be 40 degrees. Hope that helps.